Yeah, let's just dive in.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah, been a while,
Couple of
guys.
months.
Yeah,
3 months?
finally.
3, 4 months?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just back here.
Yeah. Jason is out for a very, very long business trip.
That was a long trip.
Yeah.
I've been in Peru and Mexico for 1.5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Peru and Mexico.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
that's one of the very important reasons why we're taking a very long rest.
Yeah.
For,
for almost
podcast.
everything.
Yeah,
Not exactly.
For podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, how do you like the trip?
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good in Peru because I like the food.
Yeah,
I love the
okay.
food there, everything,
Yeah.
the weather. But when I was in Mexico, I was dehydrated almost every day.
Mexico is very dry. Yeah. But how are the customers? How is? Yeah.
You could never believe this. You know,
Yeah.
when I visit all of our partners,
Mhm.
I think 9 times out of 10,
Mhm.
all of our partners, they saw me at the
Oh.
very site. They just see, oh, it was you. You're the guy on the YouTube. We shall take the photo.
Well, you are influencer.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, yeah, we can see our,
Mhm.
partners' energy, everything. Yeah. Thank you so much, by the way, guys. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your support.
Yeah. Well, Jason has been out and
Mhm.
has been seeing a lot of customers, of
Yeah, sure.
course. Well, is there any specific thing that you want to share?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Mhm.
why we put all things here.
Yeah.
We set everything here. We want to
Yeah.
talk about something special. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is it?
I think we can talk about. Well, recently we got a very important update on
Mhm.
the YCM. That's a big update, to
You
be
mean
very
trunk
honest.
sharing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about, hey, why don't we, just set this whole
Mhm.
episode to talk about something interesting?
Mhm.
I visited some partners. They're actually ITSPs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, especially we got this trunk sharing feature.
Mhm.
So I think pretty sure this can be something very helpful for these sort of customers.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, of course. Because if you guys notice, a lot of our new updates
Yeah.
on the P series PBX is mainly we mainly focus on enhance the management experience
Yeah.
of our system,
Mm-hmm.
manage experience, cost effectiveness
Yeah.
to operate our system. The whole reason behind it is because we want to adjust our YCM
Yep.
to make it more suitable for the ITSPs.
Exactly.
Well, it's not that we're going to give up the traditional, hardware PBX devices resale business.
Yeah.
It's because there's nothing too much to enhance out there.
Yeah.
For those kind of customers, we
Mhm.
know this market, we know the potential,
Yeah.
we know the features that they need. If
Mhm.
you really look back, we have outbound call centers, inbound call centers.
Yeah.
We have omnichannel messaging, and there are more on the way, like AI,
Yeah.
AI based features, AI robot, chatbot. And of course, there's call flow designers, things like that on the way. Yes, they are on the way.
Yeah.
So it means that yes, we are enhancing our PBXs for devices resale business mode.
Yeah.
But we've been pretty complete. We are a pretty complete solution relatively for these kind of customers, right?
That's right.
And we are keep polishing our solution, but at the same time, we see another market.
True, especially when we talk about our cloud edition,
Yeah.
the cloud solution.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you just focus on the PBX system itself, I guess most of our features they're pretty good for now.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about the other market, people who's gonna run the service.
Yeah.
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 I mean, these features they're important, but not that important. What truly matters for them is how am I supposed to operate the whole business?
Okay, so there are two sides of things.
Yeah.
First of all, the most traditional things that we are taking care of, all the advanced features, they are not that important for ITSP.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
And there's a reason for that. And another thing is, well, on contrary, they have other things to care about.
Yeah.
And that's totally different from traditional resale business mode because well, the business mode is different.
Yeah.
They care about different things.
I mean, they got two different points.
Yeah.
For resellers, what they care about is just the PBX,
Yeah.
the phone system.
Yeah.
But for ITSP, they care about is, can I just provide a complete service, a dynamic service?
A dynamic
PBX
service.
is just part of it.
Yeah.
So what truly matters is going to be my management, the way how I'm going to combine things together.
So let's start with that.
Yeah.
Okay. The new feature we've been talking about so much is trunk sharing.
Yeah.
Let's take a few minutes to explain the concept. What is trunk sharing and how do we achieve trunk sharing? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know that about our YCM solution. Yeah, mosquitoes.
Yeah.
About the YCM solution, it's the whole architecture is just based on the multi-instance.
Yeah.
So which means if you're going to run your business there, you have to create a couple of instances for different customers. And previously, you have to configure every single one of them, especially the SIP trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's be very, very honest about it. The reason why we have trunk sharing, let's say the main reason is to make sure that, the operators, our customers, they can make more money out of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Of course, we're talking about the business.
Yeah. For us, there's no much difference, to be honest. But if they can make more money out of it, that means our solution is better for them.
Sure.
Why? Because, well, with trunk sharing, basically you can sell one SIP trunk to multiple customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, you got so many channels, guys. You don't have to get so many
that's
trunks.
a SIP trunk, so there's no physical limitation, but only the business package you get from the carrier.
Yeah. They will provide you a whole bunch of numbers with the channels. I'm pretty sure if you guys purchase the SIP trunks, you know what it is.
Yeah.
They usually offer you one SIP trunk. They give you unlimited minutes, and they will also provide you a couple of channels.
Yeah. Well, that depends on what type of trunks
the package.
The package you get. Like, well, let's say you sell a SIP trunk of 20 concurrent calls, 20 channels.
20 channels.
Right?
Yeah.
So originally, you can sell that one trunk to a very, very big customer, if that's a our old structure. If we are working without the trunk sharing feature.
Sure.
Right. So that is not reasonable because very likely, unless the customer is like a huge corporation,
right,
they won't be paying this big of a trunk.
Right.
So what you will get is like 20 SIP trunk with one concurrent call. And if you work with carriers, you will know that will cost way more than one big trunk with 20 concurrent calls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a waste of resource. Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you are to resell 20, you have a customer, you have 20 customers, okay? Each of them need one SIP trunk, one channel, one concurrent call.
Yeah.
You will have to pay more, a lot more, sometimes 30-40% more.
Exactly.
Yeah. But now you are doing one SIP trunk with 20 concurrent calls. You are dividing, you are distributing the different channels to them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that will save you a lot of money.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if you are really doing the business, you won't sell a SIP trunk of 20 concurrent calls to 20 customers. That's not what you will do.
We want to control the cost. And also, as we know, most of our customers, especially end users, for ITSPs, think about it, guys. What type of customers are these? End users, they don't have a special requirement. What they need is just a phone system which can make phone calls. Give me one number or maybe two numbers. That's enough. And I'm not going to make phone calls every single day.
Well,
that's crazy.
Yeah, if all you need is one or two numbers, well, you won't be making phone calls every day.
Sure.
Look at us. We are a normal company. Yeastar, we have 800-900 people. How many concurrent calls do we have?
In one day?
Yeah.
Maybe just less than 5, I think, probably.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, less than 5.
Yeah, less than 5. So this is the real scale of the numbers that you use. So think about it. If you are being very, very aggressive business-wise, this 20 channels SIP trunks can be sold to 40 customers.
Sure thing. Absolutely, that's enough. Even 60. Yeah, let's try to be something more crazy. Even 60, 80.
Yeah, as long as you have a smart way well, sometimes it doesn't have to be smart. It doesn't have to be load balance.
Sure.
They won't be used out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They will never be. So imagine this. So you are reselling 20 concurrent calls to 60 to 60 customers, to 60 end users. All you need to do is to plan things right.
Yeah.
You sell to 60 end users, small companies that need only one number or two numbers.
Sure.
Well, that's enough. You won't have problem. You don't need AI. You don't need load balance AI. You don't need those things. You don't. It's just simple math.
Exactly.
It will work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It will control your cost absolutely.
Yeah.
Your cost will just be maybe just the package. The only one package you get there.
Yeah. And if they are sold to customers of different time zones.
Oh yeah, guys, that was crazy.
You can sell more.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
You got one trunk, you can serve it for so many customers.
Even it's only 1 or 2 hours. The time difference. Well, that's a big number. So
sure.
Yeah. So this is exactly why the ITSPs they need trunk share. Well, it's not all the reason, but I will have to say.
I mean, commercially, this is the main reason.
This is the biggest reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the biggest reason.
Sure.
Imagine all the money you will save on the trunk cost, right? And of course, there are other reasons, right?
Yeah, of course. Also, we got some technical reasons.
Yeah, get banned by ITSPs.
Yeah, exactly. Technically, you guys know that. If you're going to set up all these SIP trunks, of course, your configuration is all based on the PBX interface. But originally, the connection, it builds between the carrier and your SBC proxy.
SBC proxy.
So think about it, guys. The SBC proxy, we use one fixed IP address. We use that one to get connected with all of our, service providers. Maybe just one carrier.
Yeah.
That was so suspicious if our customers, they're making calls.
Yeah, so you have multiple trunks, multiple subscribers, but they all go through same IP address.
Yeah, this is so suspicious for
the carrier.
Yeah,
and that will get you.
They're just gonna block you.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, if we know this is everything's normal, it's all good. But for the fireware, the fireware on the service provider side, they don't give a damn. They will just block it.
Yeah. So, but once again, that's a very. I would say this is like 30% of the reason, right? The most important thing is that, you can save on the cost for the SIP trunk. You can resell one SIP trunk to more customers. You won't get in trouble. And all you need to do is to make sure that, the costs don't affect each other. Right?
Yeah, that's
you
right.
Don't get messed around. So if you're, routing the calls to A to the right customer, right?
Exactly.
The call A to the customer A, call B to the customer B, right? It's very simple. You just, you do DIDs.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah. The DID forwardings. This time, you guys just set up the SIP trunk on the YCM directly.
Yeah.
Also, that's another benefit, guys.
Yeah.
Your trunk configuration, you don't even need to jump into the instance.
Yeah, you don't go to the instance. You don't need to actually log into the SBC.
Right.
Yeah. So everything is like right on the YCM.
Sure. Yeah. The only thing we need there is we just get the DID numbers. We just distribute the numbers to all these customers.
Yeah, and we make sure that the DIDs is like registered in the CDRs.
Sure.
And they are all trackable in the data package, SIP data package, and that's it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's it. There will be no problem at all.
Sure.
Right? And of course, all the SIP headers are available for you to customize, because
you do your customizations for codecs.
Because you are doing this. Sometimes you need to change the SIP headers a little bit. So one more to furtherly make sure that the service providers won't bang you.
Yeah.
And to make sure that the calls are trackable. And that's it.
Yeah, sure.
That's it. So this is only one example of how the calls should be, how service providers work. This is the things they cares about. Why? As you can see, they care about the operational cost.
Yeah.
The operational convenience. Feature-wise, it's not their biggest concern.
Not on the first priority. Yeah, to be very honest. This time I got this business trip. I visited so many ITSPs.
Yeah.
I was talking with them. What they care about the most is always going to be management. Hey, can I do this on your YCM, or can
you give us a few examples of what exactly are they?
You mean except for the juncture, something else? Yeah, something else is quite interesting. We got some successful stories in Peru. We worked together with not just ITSP. I think they're carriers. Yeah, we got that kind of project.
Can we know the name? Carriers.
Let me think about it.
In Peru. Claro.
Claro, not exactly. But we're just working with them right now.
We are working with Claro.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have some other project with Wow.
Wow. Oh,
yeah, that's another.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it, right?
I know.
Yeah, they got a very particular, requirement. They just want to figure out the integration between our YCM and their management platform.
So okay.
Yeah, exactly. The API integration.
So they need API for the YCM.
Sure.
So why do they need that?
For the service providers, No. For the carrier.
Yeah, okay. Carrier.
Big one for them.
Carriers.
Usually what they provide to the customers is not just the phone system. This is just a part of them. They have so many services.
Yeah.
And eventually what they're going to manage the whole thing is their own platform.
Yeah.
That's why they require the API integration. So this is something must have. And they put our YCM be a part of their management system. And next time, if they're going to do the management, they will just jump into their platform to create the instance, to manage the SIP trunk. That's what they need.
Okay, so they don't even go into the YCM.
No, they don't even access the YCM.
Yeah, they just make sure that everything is manageable on their own platform.
And funny story is, all these features we were talking about, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, I guess the only thing they care about might be, can I just configure extensions? Can I use Linkus?
Voicemail, maybe?
Voicemail, and also the IP phone registration, auto provisioning.
Yeah.
That's just the only thing they care.
Yeah, well, according to our experience, actually, IVR is the furthest they go.
Oh, IVR for them is something advanced. I mean, for us, IVR maybe it's something very basic.
Yeah, very basic feature.
Yeah. But for them, IVR, it's an advanced feature. You're supposed to pay for it additionally.
Yeah. Well, if it goes back to this very, very nature of their end users, of their clients. If you really take a hard look at it, 80% of their end users,
small companies,
under 5 extensions.
Sure.
Even if you look at us, okay, I can let you out of the. I can let you guys know this number. It's almost the same for us with our cloud PBX. If you really think about it, our cloud PBX is very, very feature enriched.
Yeah.
Right. So it's supposed to be designed for bigger companies.
Yeah.
Right? And that's true because less than 70% of the PBXs comes with less than 5 extensions.
Yeah.
That's a very, very low number.
Sure.
Compared to other customers. All right? But if once again, as I mentioned, if you take a big look, a hard look at it, 80% of the extensions exist in extension less than 5 users. So they're very small companies.
Sure.
What do they need? They don't need. Well, they're this kind of small company, so they don't need CRMs. They probably don't have CRMs.
Nope.
Right? They don't need. Let's say the operation panel.
Yeah, operator panel, queue panel, warboard.
Well, operator panel, they don't need it. It's only 5 people.
Yeah,
okay,
who's gonna use that?
Or 4 people.
That was too complicated for them.
So the receptionist will just shout.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. I think maybe the only thing they care about might be function key. That might be something they care about.
Yeah.
Can I use some buttons to do some quick management?
And that's
it.
That's it. And that's a phone's feature.
Yeah.
Okay. So, most of the feature we've been talking about, they don't care, right? And so that means when a carrier talk with them, the conversation go like this. You are running a company.
Yeah.
Right. So you need a phone number.
That's right. I need phone number. I need phones for my employees.
You need phones.
Yep.
Right? And that's a very small portion of their whole business, because the main reason why we go to the carrier is because they need internet.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's the service they're selling.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, like in China, the phone service is like a bonus attached to the internet service.
Right.
Right.
You got the package, they will just give you the phone service for free.
Okay. I'll simulate the conversation. So the conversation go like this: you need internet.
Sure.
Right. You need internet. Okay. So what will you use? How do you use the internet? Do you do live stream?
Yeah, sometimes maybe I'll do the live stream.
So you do live stream.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that means you will need a big, pretty good, stable, big bandwidth.
Sure.
Right. You do live stream.
That's what
good.
I need.
We know. So how many people do you get?
I got let's see, 12.
You got 12 people.
Yeah, it's a small company.
Okay. So you probably need a number, right?
Yeah, sure.
Do you need additional number? They won't use DID because DID customer don't understand DID. Do you need additional number?
No, I don't need additional number. It's just a simple company. I need one contact number.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So do they use phones? Do you use phones?
Yeah, of course. I got a few managers. Like the 2 managers, they're in the office. They might use the phone.
And so no more phones?
No more phones.
Okay. So do you need like security system?
Security system. I have a few cameras.
Do you already have security system?
Yeah, I have.
You already have that?
I got it. I got it.
Okay, so we have like the best top-notch AI smart office solution.
AI smart.
Do you want to take a look at it?
Oh, that sounds good for me. Show me the price. Yeah, guys, this is just how you're gonna sign the contract.
Okay, and we already extract the part of phones, of phone calls, because we are professionals. We know that.
Sure.
And in the real world, the conversation about phone system will only get shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, in the real case, we never mention phone system.
Yeah.
The only thing we mention is we will give you a number.
Do you need a number?
Yeah.
How many people will be there to make phone calls? Okay.
You need a phone. That's it.
Yeah, they won't even touch the conversation about IVRs, about recordings, about voicemails, about concurrent calls. No, unless the customer mention it.
Yeah.
They won't never talk about
True.
it. What they will try to sell is the router, the switch, the AI top-notch smart office solution.
Right.
This is the thing that they will be talking about.
Exactly.
Because this is the thing that they sell that cost more.
Right.
Right. And your phone system is embedded in the whole package.
Yeah.
Right. So you can imagine the most important thing for them is to squeeze the cost of the phone system.
Right.
Okay.
Of course. I mean, this is kind of like when you try to get a combo, you got the sauce. Yeah. But they never mention sauce.
They won't mention sauce.
Yeah. They would just tell you, hey, you got the burger, you got the French fries, you got this package.
Yeah.
And of course, we just try our best to control the cost for the sauce.
Yeah, we are the sauce.
Yeah. I mean, it's important. It's very important.
Yeah.
Without the sauce, it tastes terrible.
It won't work.
Yeah.
It won't work.
But we never mention it.
Yeah. But you won't be marketing the sauce.
Right.
You're marketing the meat.
Sure.
You're marketing the vegetables. You even marketing the drink, but you don't marketing the sauce.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the best barbecue sauce.
That's weird.
That's weird. Yeah. You said that this is barbecue flavor. Okay, we have a Yeah.
People's gonna buy it. Yeah, that makes sense.
We don't mention the thing.
Sure.
Okay,
sure,
but let's get back to this. So, this is only part of this is the main reason why we are working with SIP trunks. Because if you really look at ITSPs, SIP trunk really won't matter for carriers because they have the whole solution, they have the whole system, so it doesn't matter for them. But for the ITSPs, it matters. And as you can see, this is actually very, very cost effective. Way better than omnichannel messaging. Way better than.
I mean, for ITSPs, the products they're selling is the SIP trunk.
Yeah.
Of course, they're trying their best to control the cost. How can I, just minimize my cost and maximize my profit?
Yeah, and if you really look at some of the features that we have designed in the YCM, like provision PBXs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, provision PBXs. That's for ITSPs.
Sure.
That's for that's for ITSPs. And there are more features that we are planning in this nature. Like, for example, we are going to offer high availability for SBC load balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like, you can, if you don't understand what it is, you can judge by the name that it is something that the ITSP will really, really care about.
Sure,
right?
sure.
And of course, there are other things like, well, on the YCM, like, I don't, yeah.
On the YCM, you mean something else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, something else for our ITSP customers. You can also try to get the white label. That also matters for them.
Yeah, white label.
Yeah, you guys are selling the trunk. You're also selling the package. The only thing missing there is your brand.
Your brand, yeah.
So you jump into the YCM, you can also get this one. Yeah. That means everything can be your package.
Yeah. And do you know what do they care most about UC application? I mean, the soft phones? White label.
Yeah.
White label.
True. Okay. I'm selling the service, and I tell my end users, hey, I'll offer you this package. You got 2 phones, and for the rest of your employees, you can just use it on your mobile. Yeah. Yeah. Now I care about this.
Yeah. Another thing that you guys probably know, that is nowadays less and less people are using desktop phones. They already moved to soft phones.
Yeah. Right? That's right.
So it's very important to have soft phones, because no matter if you are reselling the devices or you are an ITSP, you need to be able to make money out of extensions and users. If they don't use IP phones anymore, well, you need soft phones.
Sure.
For that. But our soft phone is like very, very reachable in the application. Yeah, in the Google Play, in the Apple
exactly.
Store, right?
And also, we got a very good user experience there. It's very easy to use.
But if you want to make money out of it, you need to white label.
Yeah.
The app.
True.
Yeah. So
I mean, the good thing here is we won't charge you something too much. I mean, white label for this one, it might be some cost there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, well.
What I'm trying to tell is you guys are hosting everything there. You're in charge of the YCM. So if I create an instance for this end user, he got maybe 30 users. Well, I can try to control the user permission of this soft phone. Yeah. But for Yeastar, we're not going to control this. We will just give all to you guys. And as for, are you going to control it as you wish?
Yeah. So now now at this very moment, this is actually the reason why I hesitated for a little bit. The white label option on Linkas is not really a white label for Yeastar. It's OEM.
It's OEM.
It's OEM.
Because it's an application.
It's application. But we are talking about, we are discussing the possibility to easily white label the Linkas, because you don't need OEM. All you need to do is to change the logo,
right?
Yeah, to customize it. So it's all your own brand. You don't need to change any function things.
Sure.
Right? Sure. So it's white label is enough, and that's what the customer need.
Is it on the way?
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. But as I mentioned, there are other things that we're think about, because the ultimate cut down of the cost for you to operate a system is to go for a multi-tenant.
Oh yeah. That's right. I mean, even though right now we provide you guys the multi-instance solution, but I mean, seriously, for ITSP, probably multi-tenant will be more popular, I guess.
Yeah, because if you really think about it, the multi-tenant solution, well, according to our experience, analytics, and of course, we research a lot of things. The cost to operate a multi-tenant system of the same capacity, same size, is only 20% of that, of
Multi-instance.
other structures.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
So if you are running a system, well, the bad thing is if it's multi-tenant, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to manage reach function.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, we have to consider about the CPU performance, something like that.
Yeah.
You have to figure out the balance. Now
Yeah.
you got the multi-tenant. You can give your customers a very dynamic package. But sure thing, the service is not that capable to provide you so many features.
Like for example, if you are running a multi-tenant system, it's basically one very big PBX that everybody's sharing.
Sure.
Right? You don't have your own specific hardware capacity
exactly
for that. So big features like video calls, video conferencing, and other things, it will be a little bit more difficult.
Right.
Yeah, on those systems. So that's and that's exactly why if you are selling a PBX to a more higher end customers who would require a lot of features, other than basic call routings, multi-tenant will not be enough.
Yeah, I guess it just depends. If you're doing your business, I mean, your target customers are mostly like small companies. The example we were talking about, multi-tenant. Pretty good choice. They don't care about functionalities. Give them the phone, give them the number. That's it. But if we're targeting some customers, they got a higher requirement, they're running the service center or something like that. Maybe steal the multi-instance, I guess. I mean, at least we got a PBX hub, which just handles everything.
But once again, multi-tenant, so that means at least 80% of the extensions, under 5 extensions, multi-tenant will be okay for them.
Sure.
And of course, that means your cost will get a lot lower with multi-tenant to run a system.
Makes sense.
So that's another thing that we are looking at. I'm not saying that we're going to have multi-tenant.
I was planning to ask you, are we going to have a multi-tenant? Never mind.
Never mind. Well, but all that I have to say is that's a big work.
Yeah, sure.
You can see that a lot of our fellow competitors, other brands, they claim to have a multi-tenant solution. Or they claim that they are working with a multi-tenant solution. But it doesn't take a very professional eyes to tell that it's not really multi-tenant. It's a fake multi-tenant.
Right.
Or it's a little bit harsh. It only realized part of the multi-tenant feature. It's not real multi-tenant. Right. You can tell. Right? You can tell. If you look at the CDRs, you can tell. You can see how they manage calls.
Sure.
You can tell. It's not one big PBX. It's not one big PBX. It's it's divided small PBXs. But once again, the reason why I mention it is because we have to think very carefully.
I guess it depends on whom you're gonna compare him with. In the market, pretty sure we got some real multi-tenant.
It really depends. Eventually, it depends on who are we aiming to.
Yeah, the target customer. You have to fix that. You have to figure out exactly who's gonna be your target customer for this product.
Yeah, if we are to explore further on the ITSP field, we have to get multi-tenant.
Right.
We simply have to. No choice. The thing is, what I can tell is there is a couple of very, very detailed report about it internally. I have read it, and I have to say all that I can let you know is we are thinking very, very carefully. We are about it.
About the multi-tenant.
Yeah. But nothing
confirmed.
Nothing confirmed, and it surely won't come out this year. So
sure. Yeah, it makes sense. This is a big decision. No one can just say, "Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." Take some time. It makes sense.
Yeah, and of course we will offer. On the easier side of things, we will offer you more APIs.
Sure.
Yeah, so you can get more easy integration with your own platform. We're going to go easy on the white label, on the BYOI, on everything. So to make sure things are a lot easier for you guys.
And also trunk control.
Trunk control, yes.
Trunk control, PBX, instance control. These features will also be available.
API for the trunk controls?
No. It's just gonna be the trunk control on your YCM.
Trunk control on your YCM.
So you guys know it. Currently, you set up the shared trunk, and also you create instance. But still, people can log into the instance. They can still configure something they prefer.
Yeah. Well, they can still add more trunks.
Yeah,
because now the shared trunk on the PBX instance is already being blocked.
Yeah, that one's fixed. But still, they can add some additional trunks, and they can also do some other configurations to change the instance settings.
Yeah.
But we're also, planning to push something new on the YCM. Which means in the future, it's just optional. This is optional. If you just turn it on, then you can lock everything.
Yeah.
So they won't be able to change the configurations.
Administrator access will be just blocked. Everything should be is only manageable from the YCM.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Sure. So this is like one more step. We're just gonna push it forward.
This is already on the roadmap?
Yeah, it's on the roadmap. I saw these plans.
Okay, good. But once again, it doesn't mean that we have abandoned the devices resale business mode. As I mentioned, on contrary, we are planning more features.
Yeah.
But we don't see, for example, AI. That's a very, very big topic.
That might be the hottest topic this year.
Yeah, we will surely have AI features. But the thing is, and it's a very long-term investment.
Sure.
So as long as you see it, you guys will understand it. This is something that everybody will ask for, from basic things like STT, for example, word extraction. For example, every call you make, there will be a report. There will be a subtitle, real-time subtitle to the ongoing conversation. And of course, there will be a extraction, right?
Yeah.
About a report for this conversation that will be generated right after the call.
That was kind of like a meeting report. Now people use meeting report a lot.
Yeah. It's AI.
They just
it's AI
trigger the AI, record it.
AI based.
Yeah.
And of course, STT will be, and there will be TTS for you to quickly generate an audio, like a prompt.
You
don't have to record it.
Sure.
All you need to do is to type in.
Just type in.
And there it goes, right? So that means any language will do.
Sure.
Right. And in that case, and of course there will be AI knowledge base, but that is further on the road. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
We are working with AI knowledge base internally.
Yeah.
And that will eventually turn out to be a product that we sell on our phone system. Of course, chatbot.
Yeah, chatbot.
Emotion detection.
These features, our partners in Mexico, Peru, they were asking about it.
Yeah, because once again, a chatbot works for everybody.
Sure.
Resellers and ITSPs.
Yeah.
Right? Because they will ask, hey, imagine we have a super AI smart office that is going on. Do you want that? Do you want that? You said maybe hey, but we have chatbot included.
Right.
You want to check out the chatbot? You only got 5 people.
Sure.
Right?
Why don't we give it a try?
Yeah. So that's a very, very important thing to go.
Sure.
And other things like call flow designer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I can assure you, ITSPs, they don't care about call flow designers because they don't get into the PBX.
But our reseller partners, they do care about it.
Call flow designers.
Sure.
Yeah, we will have that. Very, very soon, you guys will be able to see
guys.
call flow designers.
It will make your job way much easier.
Yeah.
But maybe at the very beginning will be a little bit complex because you need to learn it at the first time. But once you handle it, trust me, guys, it will be way much easier.
Yeah. Well, for people who for people who are new to Yeastar system, it will be a way easier to understand than
exactly
the traditional UIs, of course. But that's for you guys. That's for our resellers. And of course, we will have customizable report. Customizable report.
Yeah, guys. Next time, once you generate the report, go ahead.
You create your own report type.
That's right.
You decide what kind of information, data should be included in that report.
Yeah.
It's all manageable, all customizable. Once again, it works mostly for our,
reseller partners.
Yeah, because they are facing the customers. Well, let's get back. So who are the ones who go to our reselling partners instead of carriers?
What was that?
Who are the end users that go for a reseller that resell PBXs instead of a carrier?
Mostly will be some medium-sized companies. Yeah, they got more people. They know exactly what they're looking for.
They are looking at a higher end phone system or communication system. Right? And that's exactly what they need. They probably have very, very specific requirements on the report.
Exactly.
Right? And that's what you can offer with Yeastar.
Like I'm running the service center for tech support.
Yeah.
And these guys are handling our customer requirements on the phone.
Okay.
I need to check the report.
Okay, I need to check the report, but I want to also add something else. That is not included in this report.
Right.
Like, for example, I want to have the satisfaction rate together with login logout time for the call center. Right?
Oh, that's a fully customization. Yeah. I can get the report exactly what I need, and I can take this one to check all these agents' performance.
Yeah. That's what we will offer you later this year. So as you can see, we are trying to make things better here, but once again we see another market, which is ITSP. We like SIP trunk sharing is like a tiptoe into a very hot bath, which is the ITSP. We are trying out the temperature. We need to see how things go, and we make the decision. Yeah, this is how it works. But we are very, 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 very sure that we will try to make sure that our phone system is easier and more cost effective to operate. This is what it is.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, guys, if you guys want to know, like if there's anything you want to share with us, any ideas, any features, if you are an ITSP, well, there are things that you want us to realize, new features and stuff, well, let us know.
Yeah, sure. The channel is open all the time.
Yeah. And of course, if you want to talk to us, if you want to be on the podcast, no problem.
No worries, guys. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's...
Sure, that was pretty much for this episode, I guess. And then we're about to have our holiday. Enjoy the holiday.
Yeah, we will enjoy our holiday.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I guess that is.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.